Hey, buddy.
All right, and welcome to the Armored Core 6 Rusty Lorethrough. The intent of this series is to try to grab every secret, every item, every lore piece, and kind of break down everything that's in Armored Core 6. Also, while doing it as Rusty. Includes both versions of his Armored Core, version 1 and 2.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device. Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule. On my signal. Now, activate the AC.
Descent to ISB 2262, Rubicon 3, complete.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alrighty. A little bit about me. I've played every Souls game since Dark Souls. Huge mech fan. Watched everything mech related since Robotech Macross, Voltron, Gundam, Bubblegum Crisis, up to new stuff, newer, more modern stuff like Full Metal Panic, Gurren Lagann, whatever.
Guard mechs. Perfect chance to test your AC.
So I've been waiting for a really good mech game. I am having an absolute blast with this. I initially played through almost finished New Game Plus, but then I decided I wanted to replay through, get all the logs and story and everything.
Your AC is taking damage. Patch it up. See the
Also, I wanted to
contaminated
do it
city
as
down
Rusty.
there. That's where you're landing. Access the catapult.
Rusty is just awesome. Which is that's what we're gonna try to do here.
heads on Rubicon's coral. We'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back. Enough chat, back to work. Scavenge the AC wrecks ahead and find a valid mercenary license. We're illegals here. You'll need ID to operate.
An AC? Where the hell did that come from? Affiliation unknown. Network. Shut it down.
Guerrillas from Liberation Front. If they get in the way of our work, eliminate them. Picking up signals from AC wrecks. Follow the markers.
I haven't played a whole lot of mech games in my life. I was not really a huge fan of the mech warrior style.
Did you hear anything about what the court said?
We're being attacked!
Unidentified AC! Turn fire!
It was a game. I remember it had a red cover. I think it was called Shogun. I'm not sure. I played, I think, in the 90s. I love that game.
Unidentified AC! Is that a court scout?
Shoot first. Ask questions later.
Deal with them, 621.
But I've been waiting a while for a mech game that I wanted to play.
On the move. Grid won't be safe. Corp AC.
And this is definitely kind of what I was looking for.
Destroy it!
This is,
You're outnumbered, 621. Use your missiles.
kind of what I always wished a Gundam game.
Extract the pilot data. I'll analyze it from my end. It's still valid, but the pilot's rank is no good. We can't use this. Head to the next wreck. What?
Misty! We got something good!
Get out of there! You can't handle them!
That's the PCA's planetside force. Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks. Analyzing.
That's a G7. That's a little bit more important.
Traced. Forget it.
And kind of go into them a little bit later. Keep moving for right now, though.
There! That's the AC from the report!
Let's see about this license.
The Rubicon Liberation Front likes to have like
This one's already
5-year-old
expired.
girls as their mech pilots.
I've picked up one more wreck, 621. Transmitting marker. Go and check it out. some altitude. That's it. Try accessing the wreck.
This is, of course, the most important wreck we've...
Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were onto you after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you.
AP at 30%.
They're out of bounds.
Right shoulder ammunition at 50%. AP
Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
no repair kits remaining.
Okay. Oh,
AP at 30%.
wow. Unfortunately, sometimes you get this situation like this. You just kind of like wants to sit out of bounds. Why not? Just wreck me. Okay. Ten times I have not died to that guy. That's the complaint people had. He just sits out of bounds, and of course they don't patch it. It's a feature, not a bug.
That's it.
Anyhow,
Try accessing the wreck. Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were onto you after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you. You've got them now. Make it count, 621. We got what we came for. Tie up the loose end, 621.
the bounds.
Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
AP at 50%. AP at 50%.
Bad part. The boss isn't hard. It's just annoying. It goes out of bounds. You have no energy, so it takes forever to get up to him.
Heavy combat helicopter is down. That's all for our work here today, 621.
Is what it is.
Here's the call sign from that license you picked up.
All right, Raven. Very important character in Armored Core lore, as every game you play Raven. And we kind of figure out
Raven.
that a little bit later,
That's your new name here on Rubicon.
the importance of it.
Coral, a sublime substance. Discovered on Rubicon, a planet on the frontier of developed space. For a time, Coral was a revolutionary energy resource, data conduit, poised to transform human society by leaps and bounds. They called it the Fires of Ibis, a storm of flame that tore through the stars, leaving lethal contamination in its wake. Coral, the kindling, was thought to have been utterly consumed, forever lost. However, on Rubicon, the embers continued to burn. Humanity would inevitably return to stoke the fire.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is Allmind, the mercenary support system. Welcome back, Raven.
Looks like you passed the authentication. Raven. That's who you are now, here on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
This notification follows restoral of access privileges. Allmind provides a combat training simulator to support its mercenaries. Your license was in a suspended state. Perhaps you may need a refresher. As an added incentive, completion of the exercises will be rewarded with AC parts. You stand to benefit regardless.
All right, we learned about two major things in this story. Coral, which is the energy source here on Rubicon. That's what everyone's kind of fighting for. And the Fires of Ibis. Now, if you've played Souls before, any type of Souls game, fire, kindling, embers, all very common terms. What we don't know at this point really is, what is Coral? Why did the fires happen? And that's what we kind of got to figure out. Handler Walter, we got his emblem, which is a hand holding a bunch of leashes. So it feels very much like the slave trade to me, where they buy these augmented humans to do things for them. That's why, especially with terms like, you'll buy your freedom, whatnot. Allmind is also mentioned, but we don't really get into Allmind till way later in New Game Plus, basically. So they're not super important now, but we will get to them in time. All right. I'm going to do this training because I want the submachine gun. like speed and I like lightweight builds. So you kind of want to be on top of things, and the submachine gun just performs much better in that situation. That's the version 1 we're going for. This is the, once you get early unlocked, you actually get the frame parts unlocked and you can buy them all. And this is my EXIA one. Always loads it up weird. There it does. I just did a lot of customization on it. I got decals and whatnot. I'll go ahead and throw those in my description if you want those codes. And I'll probably use them for farming or miscellaneous stuff. And what we want to do now is just keep going. We'll go with this one first.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group, one of the extraplanetary corporate forces.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. The operation will take place in Grid 135, Southern Belius. Your objective is to destroy an MT squad sent by Dafeng, a Balaam company, and a competitor. Grid 135 is a key foothold in Arquebus's efforts to conduct a coral survey in the contaminated city. You, the independent mercenaries, are the key to maintaining our lead in the coral survey race. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
You've got ID. Now you need a rep. Get their attention, 621.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Wipe out the Dafeng MT squad.
Enemy attack! 1 AC!
Looks like the Arquebus Group hired some muscle.
An independent mercenary, huh? At least they didn't send the Vespers.
Intercepting! They're just mass-produced MTs. Wipe them out, 621.
Here. It's our first secret. There's not a whole lot from what I can tell. New game.
That mech. I can't see it. Handle it, 621. Confirmed. Unidentified machine down. Get back to work, 621.
Very weird we get that, and we don't seem to get a lot more new game or an explanation, but this is where we fell down in the beginning, but there weren't mechs here, and so basically after we left, mechs came in here, that thing came in here and wiped them out. Why was it here? We don't know. Unfortunately, there's not much of an explanation quite yet.
This AC pilot's sharp.
Focus your fire! That merc's turned through us.
Damn it! Arquebus really scored this time.
Only a few targets left.
message.
This is a notification from All Might, the mercenary support system. Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Your return to mercenary activities has been acknowledged. Restoring access to the parts shop.
All right. We'll leave that there for part 1. So basically, we're on a planet called Rubicon. We're an independent mercenary augmented human. Our handler's Walter. And we don't have a whole lot of information about that. As we move on, we'll start to get understanding of the corporations and all the other things going on. And we'll just have to get to that when we get to that. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.